guys I predicted against. But one thing I will say is if Cloud9 can get it done here on Nuke, if they can right their wrongs heading into this second map and take us all three, then it would be that much more impressive when you take into account their past history here on this map. Pistol round already underway. And Team Envy starting off with this T-side beginning. Cloud9, unsurprisingly, electing for a CT start. Already down towards ramp room. Envy try and pick up the pace. However, into the meat grinder they go. And my goodness, on the other side, you won't like what you find. Cloud9, they get that pistol round in the bag.
Yeah, there is some meat on the ground in the ramp room. Cloud9, triple setup there in that position. That is a perfect read into Envy's pistol round. It's pretty standard to see heavy ramp setups on pistols. Obviously, the danger is you don't want to play retake A, but if they don't ramp rush, it gives you an option to push lobby. And Cloud9, I imagine that would have been the back of their minds in that round. Not needed. In the forefront of the minds, bullets. And that's Envy's minds, of course, as they find nothing in the pistol. It's Deeks here in the second. Cloud9, heavy rifles, not messing around, not looking for bonus rounds. They want to take it all the way.
Yes, sir. This is correct.
Thank you, Trace.
Just had to run a quick fact check there on Hugo, and it seems as though he's right. Either way, man in the match will look to position himself just right. Man that was doing just that over on overpass now finds himself in confrontation. It's going to be Nifty that gets hit to the floor. And now it's Envy that need to reconsider and reconsolidate. What will they be doing now that they have been stopped outside with what little bit of aggression and face they've shown?
Probably dying, Trace.
Okay, then. Yes, you're probably right. Optimism at all-time low here for Envy.
Realism, all-time high. Let's see. Because right now, it ain't going well for Envy. I can tell you that much, Trace. That's the only thing that is clear in this round.
Yeah, perhaps this Moose can barrel through the wall, but not today. There will be no Kool-Aid Man actions going on around here.
Moose can't fit through the door. They have massive antlers.
Yeah, they are pretty big animals.
I remember one of the first times I casted Moose, I brushed up on like loads of Moose facts, and it really made me appreciate just the sheer scale of a Moose in real life. They're huge, and they're very, very fast as well. These are two facts that I don't have exact numbers for, but take my word for it.
They're at least 7, Trace.
Yeah, I guess.
Whether that be size or speed, you can work it out.
Yeah, I'll work on that one. In the meantime, perhaps Envy can work on grabbing themselves around, even though it's just 5 deagles.
Yeah,
and one smoke.
This is back-to-back full D grounds for Envy, where they haven't really bought. Like, if you want to buy in the third, then niko the second, but like Envy want to buy in the fourth, and so they don't even get one force buy, they just get back-to-back D rounds. I like the idea. Obviously, didn't really work out versus full rifles. This is the kind of buy you'd love to run into shotguns and SMGs against, or at least the latter there, because the rifles, well, look, they are just going to tear you apart. OC out of ammo, swaps to the sidearm, and it's no issue. 4 kills from the heaven. Envy don't even take him down.
And he's not going to be getting that ace, and that's okay too, as long as Cloud9 win the round, they said. 3-0, 3-0.
Yeah, and what that double D ground, or those double D grounds allow is a full buy in the fourth, right, for Envy. They can get everything. It's the equivalent to full forcing in the second, ecoing the third, and then buying the fourth. That's essentially what that is, but they spread the same money that they'd spend in the second across both rounds. So Envy doing the maths, they've checked it out with their accountants, and it's a go-ahead for the buy round in number 4. Orbs out for Nifty as well.
Yeah, they're going to try and run these outside smokes again, and they look to get across. That nade finds some good early damage from OC. But Envy, unperturbed by the nade, continue to cross, and they do so silently. Motum is holding this little pixel gap. You stare into the wall, you get a pixel of vision when a player tries to cross, but that's not how it's meant to work. What? I was kind of hoping Motum would be like a great example of how to use the pixel gap. But yeah, sometimes that can happen. Sonic trying to right the wrongs of Cloud9 in this round. But he does get dealt with very, very quickly. For JT and Floppy, it might just have to be a save. 2-on-4 retake at the B-bomb site. And even then, they try and save, but into the waiting guns they go. It's a Moose in the lobby putting on a show. JT getting out of there.
Yeah, the reason that position is like a good spot for Modem is like you're not going to get headshot, right? If an AK comes around that corner, they're not going to kill you. They're going to tag you at best, and you're going to run around the corner and drop the smoke. You shouldn't stand still to drop the smoke because you're still up to being shot. You need to use that gap to spot, fall back just a pixel, drop the smoke, get out of there. And while the AWP hard peeking you, that's excellent. That's everything you need. So a rifle won't kill you there, but an AWP, well, Nifty is very fast, very ready. And NaVi are on the board, on the T side. They get their first round in this game.
They boost Nifty up with his AWP, and once again go back to throwing these outside smokes. Now, you kind of set like a precedent for doing it, and then you want to keep doing it, right? You want to try and keep players here. They've only got this little one smoke down to allow a cross out from Nifty. And in amongst all of this, while outside is still being contested by Team Envy, there's no one fighting it for Cloud9. Instead, they crunch into the lobby. And Floppy is the man to get both bits of engagement there. So as far as they know, there's only one player in lobby, but actually it was pretty much everyone for Cloud9. And that bomb dropped all the way back presents a bit of a problem. Nifty gets dispatched to go get it, but in doing so, he's also now been offered up a 1v5 to have to commit to here if he wants to find a second round for this MV squad.
No pressure whatsoever, but he's got to land this first shot, and he almost did, scarily enough.
Yeah. You know, what's going to be a problem for Envy is that in order to run the default that they're trying to run with 4 outside and 1 holding the lobby, your opponents need to respect you. And when you're playing against Cloud9, that's something you're just not going to have. Cloud9 aren't going to respect you. These guys have some of the best flash stats in Counter-Strike, and that's because they're so good at popping their teammates in and getting aggressive and playing off of each other. There's definitely some chemistry in this team. And so Envy, if they're going to run this default where Moose holds back lobby, like, you need to be more proactive, or you need to have more numbers there, because Cloud9 are just going to push, and they are going to get in your face. And Envy aren't going to be able to run this same default every round. So more players in the lobby at a necessity for Envy if they want to focus so much on the yard. And that's what they've gone for in this round. 2 players there. Ryan's joined Moose, holding ramp, so Moose can focus on Hut. And of course, door if it gets open. Now, Nifty's scoped outside, and he's looking for an AWP on the other side. It's OC. Not in the angle, but could see a boost here for Nifty. Potentially. Flash up. Nifty going on.
Uh-oh, but the player in secret could prove to be a big problem here for Nifty. He's not going to be aware of it. Neither is this player in secret, though.
Oh, dear.
I think the jig is just about up. Modem backs up. What on earth?
You didn't see him.
Or in tarnation was that? Modem. Didn't push through. OC's got the shot off with the off after all. And Floppy with the main aggression. That really does just tear apart this offensive push from Envy.
And that's the ridiculous stuff that Cloud9 get away with all the time. Like Floppy, he hears someone wrap yard, so he just pushes the main smoke and gets past 3 Envy players, kills the dude outside and dies. Moose, he's making this round interesting somehow, but Cloud9, surely they're going to drop the bomb. They've got control back of the round. Bottom now in a pivotal position, and Moose stuck trying to get back into the lobby. He's got a way out of the Molotov. The AWP is here as well. He doesn't know that, but he does have the bomb at his feet.
Oh, he's running. He does not want to take this fight. And now dropping down to B, there's a chance he could try and find something here. Bottom doesn't make noise, and now he actually does. Both players making noise in the vents. So this is...
Oh, no.
Oh, it's happened again.
It's going to be so close.
Wait, didn't it happen for Cloud9 last time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't really know what to make
He's
of this
forgotten the
one.
numbers.
Oh, but he's done it. Moose, the delayed plant, the decision we never saw coming. And let's see. Oh, this would be a clutch. That would have been incredible. We've physically never seen it done before. Team Envy, they don't find this round. What is going on?
Was that the server? Was that Envy? Was that Canada? Who knows?
We've digitally never seen this going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've seen like technical problems. Like yesterday, of course, XMS's entire town, their internet just turned off. The other day, Ents were going to play a game. Finland, their internet turned off. We scheduled the game for the next day. We've had this quite a lot, where countries just go, nah, you're all right. But, you know, Envy, they make the best of a bad situation. Moose does a really good job, but it's not going to be the round.
He's the only reason that round becomes competitive in the first place.
If only he remembered the numbers.
Yeah, you really can't panic there on the back end of that. You just have to, you know, have confidence and really full commit, full send, you might even say. Nonetheless, That is an unfortunate turn of events after all of that hard work and getting into the lower bomb site. Doesn't really matter in the long run because that round will be going over to Cloud9.
Yeah, it's a great CT side. It's just, oh god, it must be so annoying to play against. Like the amount of smoke pushing and like pop flashing Cloud9 are doing, it's really annoying to watch. The fact that it gets, you know, they get away with it, like great fun, but not for Envy, that's for sure. And they're gonna half buy in this round. Moose has got the AK, but Nifty, he has got the grenade and home delivered in his hand. Plays catch with JT and a bit of an explosive end. Envy, they're going to set up for this top site crunch. They want to try and split mini by the looks of things with 3 walking close towards it.
Oh, the problem is as well, Sonic pushed ramp and had already dropped the bomb. So this round was pretty much over the moment that happened. Envy not able to find anything on this outside control, and I think at this point the precedent has really been set by Cloud9 that if you're Envy, you've got to be holding lobby, because if you don't, it's going to belong to the opposition. I do think this is like one of the most powerful things on Nuke right now as well, right? Like having a good understanding of when and where you should be taking this aggression into lobby. You know, like we've seen Cloud9 have a couple of variations of it. We've seen like the squeaky hot joint push. We've seen players heading in through ramp on solo missions as that lone ramp holder.
One big problem is individuals are not there right now. Calix is 007, James Bond in this one, and Mihu is 1 and 6. So, you know, the stars of last map, the players that really made things happen alongside Nifty are invisible. And Cloud9, they're shooting people through smokes. They don't care about vision anymore. Ryan's going to get dinked. He's got to get out of there. Does escape, but only barely. Envy are already a man down, and when you're defaulting holding the hut push with 1:15, you know you're in a bit of a tough predicament. Not really much being given to you. Cloud9 not offering up kills, and Envy, they've been re-smoked at the ramp. Nifty wanted to come in for a pick, but there's not going to be any chance for him at the moment. Sonic is pushed up by it. So Envy really just desperate for a kill right now. If they molly Floppy, they could find that there is utility available, but Floppy's playing timing, so if he peeks towards a door, there it is, perfectly played. Floppy with 3, and the bomb as well. It doesn't get better than that. This game is on rails for Cloud9, and they are training their way to the front. 7-1. Impeccable CT side.
The old train tracks to Rio, as they call it.
Yeah.
Let's get out the paper, the pens, the missing posters, and start putting them up for Calix right now, because he was a real driving force for Envy back on Overpass. And personally, he's someone in this team who I really am interested to keep an eye on. I loved Calix back in like previous iterations, like Space Soldiers, right? So I love seeing him here in this squad.
Oh, there's a lot of typing.
A lot of typing.
I'm seeing a lot of Mihu as well. Feels like he's a little too deep.
Cloud9 pulled this bail switch trace. They got out of there.
Yeah, no damage has been done. So let's explain this for just a second, guys. Because there's no damage that's been done in the round, both teams can amicably agree to restarting that round. A match medic, as we'd call it, as you probably have heard of before. So,
and you know, those who don't agree, not the most sportsman-like play. You know, you always want to agree, Trace. If there's no damage, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I'm not saying that I agree, but of course, a gentleman thing to do is a gentleman thing to do, whether it is to restart a round or not. But now, some damage having been done, imagine if this was actually live.
Mihu's like, guys, I'm winning this round.
Bomb 5.
I know you've all said yes, but I never signed it.
I imagine, so Motum was standing still, and so I imagine he had one of those DCs, like, in the top right of your screen, it goes orange, and it goes, auto disconnect in however long. But then he came back into the server. Cloud9 have had these weird, drops where they drop for 20 seconds, but they don't disconnect, their auto DC doesn't kick them, and their internet comes back on, and, oh, wait, we've lost a round. So we've had that we've had that on both teams. Moose had it on a bomb plant on B. So this is a very weird game where, connections just aren't there for either side. But Cloud9, Martin will reconnect. He will be back in. And hopefully we'll be ready to go once Cloud9 figure out the issue. Obviously, they're taking their time right now because you don't want to go live again for it to immediately happen as you get A-rushed. That's what Envy wanted to do in that round. We did see them run through the hut straight away with pistols. So considering Cloud9 didn't see that because they didn't leave the spawn, I wonder if Envy will do that again. Back-to-back rounds, hit that top site. We'll have to wait and see. We're Got confirmation on the live.
Yeah, we're going to be jumping back into it. So it seems the radio man has called forth. They have put down a forward operating base and ultimately going to get a couple rallies going. And what will be the return here? If Cloud9 can continue to close this half, they will have done everything that they've sought out to do after losing over on Overpass. This being the pick of Envy, though, you expect a little bit more fight, and I think you guys are correct. And Calyx, he's just a little MIA at the moment. Those MSPs. Well, just got to be on the lookout for those. Here we go. We're going to get back into the action now. We're going to take a look as to how this will go down. Harry, just pistols here for Envy.
Yeah, it's not going to be a great looking 9th round for the Envy squad, you would imagine. The best thing they have is a Tech 9 and armor. And that's what the majority have here for Team Envy. They're going to look towards outside, so pretty ballsy. Considering they're down to these pistols. That early nade has come out from the outside player every single CT round, whenever they've seen these smokes. So it would be nice to see Envy maybe slow it down a bit just to dodge that nade, because that's a free 80 damage onto Nifty before he's even seen anyone. Now, it's only these pistols, but they do manage to get past these players at secret stairs. Kind of get past him, but then kind of go back into him, because that bomb gets dropped by his feet. And this leaves... oh, you don't want to be there. You don't want to turn around and just see 3 dudes running out the double doors. Cloud9 get an 8th on the board. Ryan not able to do anything there in the 1v2. Calyx also breaking his little vow of silence, putting his first kill up on the board. Hopefully, he can kind of get the ball rolling now that he's gotten off of the dreaded 007.
Well, maybe he heard that, you know, he was letting you down, Harry, and that's really what's caused him to get in the game.
He heard y'all talking smack, Harry.
Yeah,
that's really
by
what
y'all.
happened.
He's talking about Harry. Just
yeah,
himself.
man. Yeah.
Harry Russell.
Don't actually remember that part, but maybe the record will show. Ryan over here towards ramp has the rest of the gang with him, leaving Nifty to hold down outside. And this finally feels like an adjustment to what Cloud9 have been bringing to the table, right? Which is like these lobby pushes on the back of seeing outside presence. Now, I do think if you want to get some contact here in the lobby, you might think about throwing these outside smokes to try and bait that to come through, because this has usually been like the knee-jerk reaction from Cloud9 when they see these smokes go down. So those get thrown out now for Team Envy. However, bit of a spanner in the works, bit of a response from C9. They've put Motum down through secret, and so he is cleared behind these smokes. He sees that there's no one here. And so Cloud9 aren't going to over-aggress. They're going to hold their ground, re-smoke in at the door, and this is perfect on the back of this information that Cloud9 have been able to grab. They have countered everything in this round, maybe without even realizing it to a certain degree.
It feels like Cloud9 are reading Envy, right? They were so prepared once they saw those smokes and no one behind them. They get the door smoke. Floppy immediately re-smokes the door smoke as soon as it starts to fade. Like, Cloud9 are ready for Envy to hit topside. They did lose a game to them 16-14 the other day, right? That went the distance. That's a lot of rounds played out. That's a lot of data in the heads of Cloud9, and they're using that against Envy here. It's a fake towards ramp. Flashes go out. Cloud9 don't rotate. They look like they were going to push the lobby, but now they're just pushed closer towards A, ready on the receiving end. Sonic will be the only man going down in this round, it feels like, for Cloud9, as Floppy finds a 4-piece on top of the hut. Excellent stuff, mowing them down in the door, and Cloud9 just continue to put up rounds on the CT side. 9-1 now. Is there any slowing down? Leading into this game, we talked about how Envy, 55% of the rounds they win on NUKE are on the T side. They can barely put 2 on.
So by that logic, you know, if they say they get, like, you know, 3 rounds as half, they're only going to get 3 rounds on the CT side.
Oh, yeah, that's what 50-50
pretty cool.
is.
So what you're saying is the third map's pretty much guaranteed at this point, Hugo.
I mean, I'm not saying that, but that's how it's looking, right? The numbers say that, Harry. The GG odds didn't. No, I mean, numbers definitely do lie. Everyone lies. Everything lies. Trust nobody, not even yourself.
Wow,
I wasn't ready for this breakdown of
I think
trust here.
More importantly, let's just kind of note the essence that is. I don't really envy where the T's are right now. You know, they're not really sitting in the most perfect of positions. You're looking at a 9-1 half, and of course on your map pick, of course you think
Harry,
you can do better.
You can tell Trace has been spending time with us with a godlike wordplay like that.
I was going to say, you know, like, probably been mulling over that one for the last few rounds. Envy, there's something I can really work with there, right? Like, I don't envy, or...
I hate you guys.
Wow, these CTs, they got to be on Cloud9 right now. You know, they must be feeling great. 9-1 up, everything's going right.
Chill for me, Zoomers.
Okay, Boomer.
Well, over here outside, Team NV are grouped up again. And we've seen this from them. We've seen it. We love it. And
wear it.
We wear it, of course. They're going to throw these outside smokes down, but these are a different iteration than what we've usually seen, right? They've been throwing the standard ones that fall over towards red. This time they throw these smokes that fall aggressively by main and garage. And so that to me screams that you're not going to secret.
Ooh.
You're trying to contest for this main and garage area, and that's what they're hoping to do. Calyx does catch Floppy over in main. Now OC was able to deal with one, and now a second, so that's both players dead outside. And OC is still hungry for fights, so much so that he's dropped down into the bomb site. He's got JT to back him up. And everything comes up Cloud9 in this round. 10 now on the board as they reach double digits.
You can see Floppy try and go for the play that worked out earlier as well, right? Like pushing through the main smoke as MV went for the outside execute. He got played though by T with a deal coming through the smoke. OC, excellent shots off the AWP. I mean, he's having a great game. Who isn't for Cloud9? He's 14-3. He's sitting in the heaven and laying down the pain. MV looking for anything here. Any rounds will do. Door's getting it open for Nifty, blown by the grenade, but the Molotov in front means he can't really see a whole lot, and Cloud9 not really losing anyone early. Envy have been scared of this ramp room since the pistol, and I think that's had long-term effect. You know, we haven't really seen any ramp to B burst. If they want to get B, they've been focusing on going outside and dropping down the secret, but even that has had its own trials and tribulations. OC is going to try and stop them outside once again.
Oh, and he does see a player crossing. Sonic able to swing out and deals with the first man, but it's JT to really take matters into his own hands, and there we go. That's the round, of course.
What?
Yeah, okay. Also,
what just happened?
Something that, yeah, man, no, it like doesn't even feel fair. I don't. Like
one
Cloud9
dude peeks, then Envy dies, and another guy peeks. Right, like we had 3 people outside. We had with JT in main.
Wow.
We had OC Hell Heaven rotate. We had Motum in the secret. Here's what goes down. JT, bang, he gets a kill. Motum peeks out. Bam, he gets a kill. OC peeks out. Bam, he gets a kill. That's what it feels like right now. That's all the analysis we can provide.
And all the individuals are stepping up right now for Cloud9. They are all just hitting their shots. Motum is 10-1 for Pete's sake. He is got a 10 KD right now.
Well, don't bring Pete into this. Whatever you do, Envy, they might want to bring themselves online. That's where we are, and so far it's not looking good here on the map of Nuke. Of course, their map pick. And it's being squandered away here in this first half of play.
When they last played the other day, 70 rounds MV found on this map. They closed it out, obviously, with a 9-round CT side and took a 16-14 over Cloud9. Well, Cloud9 has certainly learned a lot from that game, and they will not be repeating it. 11-1 up. MV taking a half buy. Never fun taking a half buy this kind of score line, but if you want to have those full rifle rounds, you have to. Nifty just got knifed by Calyx. Cool,
I told you, Nifty. I'm not going to tell you again.
Yeah, I hope that's an accident and not, you know,
some
arguments.
real like signs of trouble brewing.
That
in
would
the
not
team.
be a good time for it.
Yeah, that would be rather
just
awkward.
do it. Yeah, just outside play. Now look at it come through, and a wall of smokes down again. However, flash through for Motum.
There it is.
And the trade is in for Calyx at the very, very least. So they do get a foothold here outside. Bombs down in secret. However, these smokes are going to... Oh, goodness. Here's the lobby push. There's Ryan getting dealt with. Man advantage back in favor of Cloud9. And a real problem for Envy in this round is that bomb went across. No one else did. And that was pretty nice. Moose was able to get down the vent. But now the bomb has left secret again, and so Nifty's got to now cross back to where he was. Luckily enough, there's no one here for Cloud9, so he does get down. That whole sequence made me feel very uneasy, but now the B-bomb site is a potential here for Team Envy. Sonic back here at ramp, and the rest of the guys outside and on that upper site. So Sonic does have the entirety of this B site on his shoulders, and as that window gets broken, he'll have a good idea what's about to go down. The flash leaves him blind and he falls off. Now, rotation has already come in from OC. Moose tapping down not just one, but both players at the ramp has given Team Envy a shot at this second round. Floppy is left in the clutch.
He certainly can do it. 16-4 right now. He's looking on from control room. He knows that there's a player playing from the ramp side. He drops a Molotov. That's going to force reposition, but Moose into a peek. That puts a second one on the board for Envy. Finally! They do something!
Yeah, that's always appreciated. Moose, he just comes alive in the B-bomb site there, and Envy find their second round. These are some great shots from Moose, just tapping Sonic away, finds two on the ramp, even cleans it up here. Floppy barely even ready for that fight. And Envy, could they find 4? That would be fine, right? 40 rounds on Nuke. Like, obviously this isn't old Nuke, it's not an excellent half, but it would be enough. You still got to rely on the pistol and the conversions, but once those are locked in, you know, you can win a game, you can lose some rounds, you can still come back and adapt and you know, take this map. It is their pick. Right now, it doesn't look like it. Cloud9 flipping the series on its head. Floppy looking for heads in the door. He's not going to commit. He's not going to offer up a fight to Moose. Desperately looking for a kill for Envy. And Cloud9, good decision to not, you know, overplay their hand here. They know that Envy can get back into the half here. And if Cloud9 you know, want to be smart, they can opt to play safe and close this out as convincingly as possible.
Yeah, you think about as well, like the kind of like the idea of momentum in this series now. And for Cloud9, it feels like they came into this game very much believing in their ability to haul it back, right? And as they've been putting these rounds on the board and it's felt so one-sided that the confidence is just building up and up. And for Envy, it can't be feeling great right now, right? Like this is meant to be a good map for you. This is meant to be a potential 2-0 in this series. And Cloud9 have really run away with it. Now this B site is up for the chopping block again, and in this round it's Moose and Calix to go off on a tear. These two have come alive in the last couple of rounds for Team Envy, and suddenly JT is thrown into a 1v4 that feels impossible, it looks impossible, but can JT get us believing? The immediate knee-jerk reaction is no. As this time has ticked on down, Mihu will get rid of him, and Team Envy put that third round on the board.
Yeah, it's nice to see Envy, you know, not getting picked apart outside for a change, right? Throwing the smokes, having one dude behind it, and going back to ramp. It's the position they got owned on in the pistol round with a triple stack for Cloud9, and they didn't go there at all since. That was, I think, maybe the first or second time they've been there in the game with, you know, the bomb. So Envy finally getting over some of their worries, and it might recover them in the half. It might find them 4, but they still have to take that away from Cloud9, who are fully armed and ready. Oh, the spam is excellent work from Moose. He puts Modem down very low. Grenade into the hut, but dodged accordingly. The AWP's out for OC as well, this time fighting in the yard, not playing in the heaven. Got a bit of information, a bit of a view, but ultimately Modem's got to drop down B because Cloud9 don't have the yard. Some smokes are thrown by Envy, and so Modem has to make sure that they're not getting towards Secret with the bomb. This is one of those door hits again for Envy, where they're going to throw outside smokes and try and hit the top site. Cloud9 last time double smoked the door. Are they ready for it this time?
Ooh, well, Martin does get caught by Calix. And another important thing was last time Envy attempted this, Martin got the info outside that no one was pushing. And this time him falling has allowed for an extra avenue into this A-bomb site. Nifty's going to throw the bomb to these players that have already got in.
What?
But uh-oh, this might cause some problems. Now suddenly that bomb is out in no man's land. Calix has at the very, very least kept this in even odds. And now he's looking towards main. Ooh, not quite rewarded for his patience. Ryan left in the clutch. He does put up the first. And now just looking for OC, has been able to get this bomb, taps it. Oh,
dear.
It's for the heaven side, but OC hasn't swung yet.
Oh my God, why does it have to be so close?
Oh dear, this is so close, OC's got to look down, and he doesn't. What is happening? This is the weirdest clutch you've ever seen. Ryan has got him down so low. OC's just toying with him, but Ryan connects the shot. 4 on the board for Envy. And it's a little bit painful to end the first half. 4 rounds on the board for the Envy squad. Ryan's able to close it out. Join us after a quick break, but we're back with the second half.
better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. It's just I never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. It's just you never talk, I never listen. When do we fall in love? Make up.
So far, so good for Cloud9 on the second map of this series. NUKE is going their way. This is the pick of Envy, and this is also the ESL 1 road to Rio. Both of these teams vying for a semi-final appearance in the bracket for North America, and of course, they're going to be stacked up against Gen G. That is your prize if you win this best of 3. Now, winning this best of 3 would mean that you got to pick up 2 maps, and so far, it's just Envy with 1. Overpass going their way, and Cloud9 commanding, moreover, demanding the respect here on this second map of the series. These GG.bet odds are very, very split down the middle, it seems. I'm joined by Harry and Hugo.
Yeah, demanding the respect, but not exactly giving it to Envy as they take a very aggressive CT side lead. 11-4, and now Cloud9 are directing the pace, but they're going to get a shot in the face. Sonic can't get his nades out of his hand because Nifty's going to take him down quickly. Moose is playing close, and I think he might have been spotted, or at least be about to be spotted. Quite the sentence, but OC is going to look for a life sentence here in towards the door, pushing in quick. Floppy's got the entry, Moose is dead, Calix is above, but only good for 1. Nifty falling off the hut, Calix has dropped 2 in the meantime. Ryan's coming from main, and it's all down to JT in a clutch, tagged up. Mihu's finished the job, and it's Envy to start the comeback.
Yeah, and if you're Envy, you're thinking, boy, that's as sweet as a baklava. That thing, that is a pistol round that we needed. Of course, the baklava is not necessarily needed, but sweet nonetheless.
I don't know, Trace. I need it so bad, I need it delivered to my doorstep every morning.
Fresh.
Yeah.
You do kind of give off that Madonna vibe. Can't understand.
Is it the gold?
It must be. Anyways, back to reality we go, with Envy picking up that first round. That nets them just a little bit more room here, but their back's against the wall no matter how you spin it, Harry Russell.
Yeah, this is still going to have to be one hell of a comeback. That's not to say it's not possible, though, for Envy. And a bit of a feel-good round for Mihu as he tears down 3 at ramp. JT, with a Glock, does deal with a player. Now, 1v3. And has the bomb, but only 15 points of health, Hugo. That's not great. These are all things that don't look too great in this round. But JT maybe he can surprise us. Instead,
yeah, respect.
It gets that gun out of there. You guys aren't taking the M4. Ha ha ha. They only have FAMASs, not Glogs, on the other side of things.
There's another kill. Where's the other gun? Who did they kill? They killed Mihu in Hell, right? So, or Nifty in Hell, rather. So, yeah, there's a scout. There we go.
Yeah. Get that out, maybe.
Nah, keep that.
Actually, yeah,
use it for the clutch.
Yeah. Let's give it a go, JT. 40 seconds left on this clock. And he wants to take the scout with him down to this B-bomb site. Moose has been waiting here. I hate to say it, it's probably going to be an anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, you're leading all this up.
This is a lot of build-up, JT. The whole world is watching right now, and you've really got us on the edge of our seats. Now, what is he going to offer? What big brain play has JT cooked up? Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. 6 on the board for Team NB. He does at least juggle the M4 out of there, so he does his fair share of a little bit of damage after the round draws to a close. But a 6 now on the board, the conversion coming through for the MB squad. And this is where the investment comes in for Cloud9. There you go. As it is, these AKs out across the board. They're going to look to bring the heat here. This first rifle round, if MB managed to pick it up, I think they're well and truly on the train back to this comeback, right? Because suddenly you get Cloud9 in this position where they are just on the bad side of the economy for the beginning of this game. And that is very much how you can look to get back in the swing of things. So the attempt, though, I was going to say bonus round, but you look at how much money you've had to reinvest here if you're Envy on these players, and this is pretty much the best they can muster into this one. Now, you could have had, you know, players dropping M4s over. They tried to keep the money good in the future. And Moose getting found early on, that was quite the blow to get dealt here if you're Team MB. Now outside becomes a really tenuous area of the map. Nifty's going to try and hold on to it with the scout, but this is a big ask for the little gun.
Oh dear. And you know Cloud9, they've thrown these smokes. They're going to be watching this, Nifty. You're not going to get away with this. You think the second you fire a shot, they're going to fire back. And so, I don't know if he's got info here. He might have nothing. Well, now he definitely has nothing. I never think that's worth it. Personally, I never see it pay off in the yard. Well, that's a good hold from me, who he's been having a rough time here in NUKE, but he puts up 2 down B. Now, MV, do they want to commit to the rotate? Ryan is hesitating on the ladder just in case someone's watching, and all timing is everything. He's got his teammate here as well. It's a crossfire. He can peek, he can catch him off guard, looking the wrong way. 2 on 2 now, thanks to Ryan. But Cloud9, they're going to run away. They want to get this bomb out of here. Ryan's got his back covered. He kills a man coming down vents. And because Sonic has died, OC has to commit to B. He knows the top site would be a long way away, and he's got no one there to cover him. Sonic coming down the vents may have made this even harder than it had to be. And, well, it's not meant to be for OC as Ryan finds the retake and MV find the round. 3 for Ryan, 7 for MV. Looking good to keep on coming back.
And just like that, we've got a game back on our hands.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, right? Like Cloud9, they don't have an excellent T side on this map. 60-40 CT, whereas we look at Envy and they have a far better T side. If anything, that plays into Cloud9 a little bit because Envy didn't put up many rounds on the T side and now they move to their quote-unquote weaker half. But as anyone who knows CT NUKE knows, that's not going to be a weak half for Envy. We're expecting a strong hold here on their pick. Cloud9 on a bit of a force.
Yeah, it'd be devastating for Cloud9 to throw this half away, wouldn't it, Harry?
Yeah, it really would, especially with how kind of lights out they were looking in the beginning, right? It felt like with their backs up against the wall, they were playing some shining levels of CS, right? Everything was coming together. And now here, moving into the T side, it might get torn away from them. Calix and Ryan putting up the frags necessary in this round. OC will respond, but he gets caught and traded, dealt with there. An 8th on the board for Envy. And this reinvestment about to come through from Cloud9. However, we were speaking about momentum towards the end of that first half, right? And we were saying that the Cloud9 here on NUKE, a map that they've struggled on as of late, you know, coming into it, looking so good, taking such a one-sided first half. It felt like the confidence was really starting to pick up, right? And like being in that comeback spot when you can feel yourself making the comeback happen, it is just a feel-good feeling, right? But now moving into the second half with a huge lead, having that starting to turn against you, this is where you can get in your own head a bit, right? And you can start to drop off. So Cloud9, they've got to somehow keep this confident CS going, even though the results just haven't been here yet in the second half. JT over here towards outside does have OC with him, and they're looking to take some control here. These smokes going to come on in, and that will allow the cross to secret. Looking like they want to go for a B split here. Nifty could play a very important role in this whole ordeal. He's going to take up ramp for him. Mihu drops down, and actually they double rotate down towards B. Nifty's going to hold at the long angle. Ryan takes up ramp, and that frees up these two to drop down and hold the B bomb site. Now, Cloud9 have gone back lobby side, but that's because Calix just aggressed and dealt with Sonic. There's still two players down here at B for Cloud9, but that bomb is nowhere to be found. That's in lobby. And right now, it runs the risk of getting caught off by Ryan, who's aggressing in through ramp. Even if he doesn't go any further than this position is absolutely huge for MV to hold. He could tear this whole round apart if they try and fall back into this late B play.
Oh dear, Cloud9, they are trapped, aren't they, in a sense? They probably don't feel it, but Envy, this is an excellent setup right now. OC is going to break the windows here on B. He's looking for a fight. He still doesn't spot anything over the edge of the silo. He's looking, but the angle just isn't there. Ryan, big flank, and he's got Modern with it as well. Another player in the lobby. He's just going to run away. Safe play from Ryan with 20 seconds, not wanting to let Cloud9 back into the round, but they're going to fight tooth and nail for it. Floppy coming through the heart. Calix is ready, and he drops the bomb. JT on his own, and Calix will send him packing. Envy continuing to build on the CT side. That was just a perfect rotation round for Envy. I was wondering where it was going to go, right, with two dropping B, with Nifty taking that AWP lower. They don't over-rotate, and they don't leave that top side empty. Ryan locks down ramp. Calix has that A site, and Cloud9, they're split 2-2. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, and you know, we were coming into this game, we're talking about, you know, Cloud9, the rate at which they have success on Nuke being a significantly lower number than you would like if you were there on the Cloud9 side. Now, I think we're getting a taste of just that.
Yeah.
It's Envy that have turned the tide of this game. They look to close it right here.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, if you were like a mega comfortable Nuke team, you would have like a plethora of ideas and things you would feel comfortable falling back on. And for Cloud9, they just haven't had any success trying the ideas they've had, right? You've got nothing to build around if you're Cloud9 at this point in time, because everything you've attempted has led to failure. And a lot of these rounds haven't even felt that close. So they're just looking for like brand new solutions to the problems that MV keep on dishing out. Calix is playing that pixel gap, and he plays it to drop that smoke, and now holds it from the secret stairs, catches these players crossing, only gets away with one kill, but that's enough here for Team Envy. They've done a lot of damage. Moose will come in from ramp, and he'll help solidify this round. Now, someone has snuck by.
Yeah.
Sonic, fastest man in the game, some say.
Oh, no.
But Mihu seeming aware. They had him trapped. Motum will deal with one, but is there going to be any more left in the tank? This is a very big ask. And will Motum be able to rise to the occasion?
Orbs trained on him here. Flash is good. Let's force a shot. He's got a head shot. Oh, he's going back for a bit of a spray, but low HP now, and yeah, a bullet away from death. Mihu will grant him that at the very least. Envy, 10 rounds here. What an incredible comeback. And now those 3 rounds at the end of the T side, those last closing answers from Envy, they feel far more valuable. The worth is really increased with those 3 rounds. And we talk about momentum, Harry. It was mentioned back on Overpass coming into this game. Well, the momentum of that first half ending for Envy into the second has built them a real bridge back into this one. 6 in a row on the CT side, 9 in a row if you count the last half. And Cloud9 have been silent.
That they have. It's been a rather one-sided show, hasn't it, Hugo? Unfortunate for Cloud9. I mean, they did have this, you know, massive stand they took in the first half of the game, and then as the story is told, as the script was written, the writers, they just really did not want this one to go in the way the baby blue. So
11-1 to potentially 11-11 if Envy can find this round.
Now, this is a big round, Hugo. Very, very big round.
They do say that, Trace. And Cloud9, their money is on edge. Their money is up for question on the tipping point. Envy looking to drown them. You cool?
What's so funny, Harry?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I just love the culmination of those 2 metaphors coming together. No money, drown them. Hand in hand, man, I love it. OC over here towards outside with this ult.
It was a play on words off the back of tipping point. You know how, like, you know, if a ship is sinking, it's like
Okay,
tipping
yeah.
point,
I feel you. Well,
was
let's see.
something in there.
Is this ship sinking, or will Cloud9 be able to right this course and get it back on track? Moose looking through the gap in this smoke and does take one away from Cloud9. Floppy coming in on the back line, and that leaves Moose hung out to dry. Nifty, there's already players near him. There's actually players trying to beat him up into heaven. Floppy is the man tasked with this challenge. Quite a big one indeed as he tries to go toe-to-toe with the AWP here. But, oh, miHu on the rotation. He's got Nifty's back. And he keeps the advantage in favor of Team Envy. Cloud9, they've got players outside. They're going to try and get into main here as a last-ditch attempt. However, that bomb was on the back of Floppy by the looks of things. That's been dropped up in heaven. That is a disaster for Cloud9. Oh dear, miHu laying down the pain. Does get traded eventually and still doable in a 2-on-2, but it's the time that's a problem. This bomb is still in heaven and OC is trying to get there. But even as he gets it, 15 seconds left, he's got to drop in at A. This is where both players are for Envy. OC, what can he even do? Nice attempt at the shot, but not quite.
And Envy know exactly what's going on, right? Like, that was a great call for Cloud9. I love the idea to go for the heaven wrap. It is a shame how it went down with miHu going wide from hell. But Envy know that Cloud9 are committed there, and they make the gamble to leave ramp open. They completely rotate off that position. miHu comes hell. He gets all those kills outside. He gets control of the bomb, and he gets info, most importantly, for Envy. And they just know that they don't have to watch anything because Cloud9 had everyone in the yard, and they will find nothing with it. 11-11. This is the 10-round comeback in a row for Envy, looking to go further as well, looking to take us for a 2-0 victory. It is possible, it is conceivable, and it is more than likely with how this game has been going. A fast play for JT. He's actually faked the footsteps. Oh, this is excellent, but Moose won't fall for it. He spots, he looks through the smoke, and he sees JT's not there. It will be the topside hit with the pistols, and one kill comes through off the hero AK. That's the only gun, and it will be made quick work of. Nifty not letting Cloud9 in his sight, and Envy will pick up another one.
Big shots there, Nifty. Of course, with the Technina at the end of the round, puts them up now by 1. And this one's going to sting for Cloud9. They're going to feel this one in the morning. They wake up and they say, you know what? Man, my head hurts. What happened last night? Oh, yeah. We were up on NUKE, and then we got rolled. Envy running away and making a case for it right now.
Yeah, let's not forget, this was an 11-4 half in favor of Cloud9. They have not budged, and Envy have just gotten this more and more tipping in their favor. Obviously, the winner of this going on to face Gen G in the semi-finals. So, Envy certainly making a case for it now. Cloud9, do they have anything left in the tank? Anything else to show us? It's back to these outside smokes again. And they're going to get thrown on in to allow these players in JT and OC to go ahead and cross into secret. But they send JT down alone.
The old double bag for OC. Goes to get the bomb, leaving JT down lower. Cloud9 going to use that player later in the round, considering there's no one on B for Envy. No one in that lower level. So they may be aware of it, but they haven't dealt with it, and they might have to moving forward. Floppy eats a grenade, and Cloud9 looking to take a bite out of the ramp room. miHu's got one. He's trying to stall to allow for Nifty to come in for support, but now he's being wrapped from the right side, and Nifty is going to get taken down. miHu has to hold strong, and he can only get one more. It's not really worth it for Envy, as they've lost another man down lower on that rotation. JT has been holding the vents the entire time. This wrap from ramp could be huge from Moose, Orion rather, but he's being loud about it, and they've heard the drop. They're about to pinch him from the side, and Moose might just have to save here. Cloud9 have broken it. They've finally done it. The 10-11 round curse for Envy is put to bed.
You guys are welcome, Cloud9. We call that the caster curse. Did it for you. Just kidding.
I kind of like that we just see Cloud9 commit to like a B split there, right? Like not drawing that round out, you know, like whenever we've seen them go for these B plays in the past, they do kind of, you know, think about that one where they double back into lobby and the whole round falls apart, right?
I mean, the round is based off of JT not being expected there, and that's why it's so good, because he kills a player rotating. And when you kill a player rotating, you know two things. Often, you know, if they're an early rotation, you know, okay, that means the B is empty or at least understacked. And you also know that, well, you have extremely advanced positioning, and Cloud9 don't think you're this deep. So, you know, you can just cut off those rotates. If you have a player in secret before Cloud9, before Envy as a T, then, yeah, you're like, how are Envy supposed to get into the B bomb site without, you know, coming in from the ramp room or grouping heavily, which can be really, really hard to do when you're split as a CT. So Cloud9, they get around, they get a pause, and then they get back into the fray of things. The thick of things, rather, the fray. Those are two separate sayings.
Yeah, man.
You know, words are hard, Trace.
That's just kind of like your opinion and stuff. So, you're all right. A very important tactical timeout will draw to a close as we do look to close down Nuke. That will leave us going to Dust 2 if we've got to settle it. But something tells me, got a little bit of an inkling here. The Team Envy will, of course, turn it around and get it done.
Yeah, I mean, one round, if they reset Cloud9 here and break their money, that would be great for Envy. But Cloud9 still have a little bit in the banks because they took a convincing one in the previous with 3 alive. So Envy looking to make things expensive, and they've invested heavily themselves. They themselves could be broken. Sonic going to try and get lower. That's a big kill. Dropping Moose in the B-bomb site has opened a world of opportunity for Cloud9, and committing behind the smokes outside as well. They're going to beat Envy to the punch. Mihu is trying to get here, trying to get ahead of Sonic, and he has got that kill, but there's 4 more Ts coming down.
He knows it too. Here comes the door open. He's going to spam them before they even get there. It's a timing thing for Mihu. He's got a grenade, but he has to tuck himself into the side of the site until his teammates do arrive to give him some backup.
Yeah, Mihu's in a pretty rough spot here. They're starting to pour on in. They're coming out above, below, everywhere. They're in the vents. And now Nifty set up over here at the ramp side, flashed off of the angle. JT holding for this push from Ryan, and he gets a little overzealous there, goes through that smoke and gives away a kill to Cloud9. This is going to lead to them putting a 13th round on the board. There's no money left in these bank accounts for Envy. Considering the huge streak that they went on, they are now strapped for cash here. Heading in to round 26, a 13th about to grace the board for Cloud9, and Morton might even deal with both of these saving players. Nifty gets cut out of the equation, and Morton not quite able to follow up to Calix, but that's where Floppy comes in. It's a team ace for Cloud9 as they chain together 2 in a row now. Their first 2 on this T side. And that there is such a key round for them to win if they want to take us the distance, right? Break Envy's money. There's a 14th round looming for Cloud9. All that's left to do is get it in the bag.
Yeah, this one should be a freebie, right? I'd love to see a lobby crunch from Envy. It'd be a great round for it, but they don't really have the weaponry for that. Only Moose on the CZ armor, Mihu on the Deeg alongside Calix, USPs on the others. So not really an arsenal for Envy. They've just got to wait. As Cloud9 bring the fight. Lots of utility into A. Calix is waiting for the headshot, but it's all a fake, it's all a ruse. They're going to the ramp room. Mihu on his own can't get an immediate kill, and with a deagle, if you don't do that, you're often dead. As Cloud9 get control of ramp, and they can go down lower with that. Nifty trying to stop, but he will just have to let them pass. The bomb will be planted, and that should be 14 for Cloud9.
Should be. I don't think that that's going to go any other way. Nifty with nowhere to go and nothing to do. Hell, even running out of time to do it in. So he will be eliminated there. Modem's going to make easy mincemeat of Nifty. And Cloud9 are going to go up to 14, starting to smell like a third map. Feels like a third map, but is it a third map? That's what the crowds want to know.
Have to wait and see, Trace.
Yeah, I mean, Envy have clearly shown us resilience thus far, right?
Yeah.
Though to come back from an 11-4 half to this scoreline and think about the fact that they were in the lead at one point in time, right? Being 12-11 up here on the CT side. They certainly have the potential to get this one going back in their favor again. But the problem is Cloud9 feel like they've started to warm up and find some confidence again in these last few rounds. And
yeah. If you want to be crazy, if you're Envy, if you want to make the call of a century, it's an aggressive round, right? Like, it's the last thing that Cloud9 are going to be ready for here. If you just throw caution to the wind and get in the face and try and split lobby, That would be a good idea for Envy. But, you know, I don't think they're going to make that call right. They've got loads of utility. You know, if Cloud9 default, Envy would get wrecked. So, you know, why risk that?
Yeah, and you know, the reality is in terms of making calls, that's kind of hard to do when team speaks down, which is why we're paused. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You have a bit of a team speak issue here.
Bit of a classic of 14-12. They always come at the most unfortunate of times, Trace.
I mean, your coach can talk, you can take a tactical timeout, or you can have a technical timeout and do all three.
I wonder if either of these teams has run out of tech timeouts, or tac timeouts, rather.
Running out of tech timeouts.
Tac timeouts.
You guys have had too many technical problems today, all right? No more. You just play on.
Well, a reminder, your Super Series, Team Liquid 100 Thieves on Thursday at 10 p.m. local. We're going to be covering that one. You better believe it. As you can see down there on our lovely displayed lower third, or actually I think it's called an L frame. Anyway, point is, you know the game, you know the names. It's Liquid and 100 Thieves fame. And they'll be right here at the ESL 1 Road to Rio.
And we're back. We're alive. We are indeed into the final few rounds of NUKE. Pending no overtime, of course, which would be possible here between Cloud9 and Envy. Envy a map up in the series on their pick. They have grinded and grinded to get to this scoreline, only for Cloud9 to come alive with 3 in a row. Will that be Cloud9 slipping over the victory lane, or will Envy come alive once again?
Well, this round basically decides Envy's fate here on NUKE. So, a very important one indeed. And for those of us watching at home, this is the one that really does decide whether or not we get to see all 3 maps in this series. Envy. They went on a huge streak. As you said, Hugo, they take, what, 7 rounds in a row?
11.
Or 8 rounds?
11. Including T-side.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was talking about second half. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that makes a lot of sense. 11 rounds in a row in total then. We'll go off of that, because that does sound even more impressive to the Envy side, to get us to this point in time. And for it all to get stripped away right at the very end is certainly not what you want. Cloud9 setting up over here in the lobby, holding it early. OC is alone outside, just pressuring this area of the map, while the rest of Cloud9 set up outside of this A-bomb site initially. Still an option to have OC try and come in on this main ramp, and it does look like it's going to be one of these upper hits. Now, Envy, they've been good at navigating these in the past. Calyx is going to find himself in hot water potentially with this main flank that could come in. His attention might get divided, and he puts up 1 kill. Now Ryan goes unchecked, but only briefly. Sonic gets a trade. There's a wrap coming in, and amongst all this chaos from Mihu, now arriving from the ramp room. They're not ready for him to be so close, but Motum gets that trade, and that there is such an important kill. Only 10 seconds left on the clock, though, and Motum's going to get this bomb planted. Where is even safe? He sticks it out in the open for main, but it's nifty to find the kill, wrapping around on the rafters to put a 13th on the board for Envy and keep the dream alive.
Oh, it's gotten hairy here. Go ahead, Hugo.
Yeah, I love the call from Cloud9, but the problem is they have no utility on that top site here, right? They're grouped in a 5-on-5. They're ready to hit door. They're desperately looking for kills. They're getting mollied in main. And then Cloud9, 3 flashes and Molotov. They don't even have a smoke for main, and they just get chewed up from the outside players. If you don't have a smoke and you're coming in on an A-site take, you're going to get owned. And, well, that's what happens to Cloud9 there. Their utility goes amiss, but they still have more money in the bank. They can rebuy, and they can give it another try. Keep up the pressure. No breaks on this Cloud9 train. They don't let Envy get comfortable. Straight into another outside take with the smokes again. Lots of utility landing. Sonic does get hit in this round inside of the lobby. Moose. Oh, the Moose is loose, and he's going to get flashed as well. That's what Cloud9 were doing all first half. The annoying pop flashes through the outside smokes that really was a problem for Envy, and Envy used their own trick back up against Cloud9. What are they left with? Another top hit. Moose is already there, and he's spraying them away. The flashes do nothing, and Floppy's got a trade. He gets 2, but even that isn't enough. OC now next on the chopping block, and his block has been chopped. It's Envy on 14.
Yes, sir. You nailed it there, Hugo. Here, we got a game on our hands, and I mean that 14-14. It has been clawed back from the graves here. And if you're Cloud9, you're trying to count these lucky stars, and you've only got 1 of them on your jersey.
Yeah, tactical timeout. One of the left in the chamber for Cloud9. I almost completed a sentence there, but it falls apart right at the end. And speaking of falling apart right at the very end, that's what could happen for one of these two squads right here, right now. On either side, it's been monumental, right? For Cloud9, an 11-round T side was stellar. But for Envy, it's this comeback of the ages from just 4 rounds to bring it up to 14-14, right in their wrongs after a short but ended 3-round streak from Cloud9. And now we sit round 29, a round that might decide it all here on NUKE.
This is it. This is what we all signed up for. The whole enchilada, Harry.
Well, what's on our plate here? Cloud9 back outside. It's been their bread and butter in this game, both halves. Checking this close position. They have caught kills there in the past, but this time Moose isn't pushed up. He's down below. Nifty watching yard, no AWP though, playing passive and spotting it from heaven as he assists on the A site with utility. He's going to be able to calm this information. Lots outside, and Cloud9 likely coming down towards B. Moose doesn't have a smoke for this position, so he shouldn't play that little pixel gap. Just going to drop a molly and run away as Cloud9 do take control of Secret. 3 here. The one still is up above. Sonic, being the man in the A site, or the lobby rather, drops Mihu on a push, and now they've got to push down towards B. Great shot from Moose, looking for 2.
Oh,
the repeat is what will give things up.
Yeah, but that repeat caused so much damage. That should have been it. Motto from the back lines yet again. He tried to do it. He whips a shot. Calyx comes out there and puts him to rest.
Oh no.
Calyx's spidey senses started tingling, and now they're going back up towards the A site. Cloud9.
Oh no.
Oh dear, they're going back into the Lion's Den, but they catch them sleeping, and they deal with Ryan. Now into the A site they go. If I'm Envy, I don't know where this is ending up. I don't even think Cloud9 will know where this is ending up. And they do get in towards A, wrapping around from outside. It's pesky little Calyx continuing to be a nuisance. Second kill in the round as he tries to save the day for Envy. Floppy is very, very low here as he sets himself up on top of the hut. OC defending this one from back in the bomb site. Floppy, 4 points of health, still puts a kill up on the board, and Calyx has got to run away. He gives this up. 15 on the board for Cloud9. 1 away from taking us to a 3rd map.
I love the call from Cloud9, but there is no way that should work. There is not a world, a reality that Envy should let that one happen.
And truth be told, it's Envy that makes Cloud9, that makes Modem look like bottom on the outside.
Yeah.
That was not the play. He whiffed a big kill right there. It could have been a much easier round.
Think about after that, Envy kill him, they get so dug down in what the hell just happened, and swapping out guns, they're trading weapons, and then Calyx pushes out, a player goes back to main, Cloud9 come up and they catch a player jumping in main. Like, what is going on here? Envy are getting completely caught out, and Cloud9 are going to find Matt Point. I love it. We might have a 3rd. It could be around the corner. Envy are late to leave spawn. Do they even believe in this one at this point? Things are getting flustered, and if Cloud9 go fast, they could beat Envy to the punch. Dear, oh dear. This entire comeback could be for nothing, all in vain for Envy, as they rely solely on the AK of Calyx, the M4 of Moose, and 3 pistols. No kit, no armor on your in-game leader. Good luck.
Well, you talk about no armor on Nifty. He's over here in secret, taking a little peek towards outside. That Molotov sends him packing. And so outside now belongs to Cloud9. They might look to commit over here towards Hell, looking to get a lot of map control. Are they ready for a player hidden? That's Moose down in CT, swinging on out. Mihu now arriving to the scene as well. JT just looks away at the wrong time.
Oh dear.
But thankfully, Floppy and OC have helped keep Cloud9 in this round. Still the man advantage residing with Envy. Cloud9 looking to try and take some heaven control. Nifty's still down at the B bomb site, holding on. But Cloud9 have got no interest in B. Instead, they ride this one out together. Over towards heaven they go. I would love to see what these players at the A site are looking at right now. And it's Calyx and Ryan, backs against the wall, quite literally. They were both looking towards heaven, but the moment they've looked away, Cloud9 have found a means of getting into this A bomb site. The bomb gets dropped down by OC. Floppy now the man to plant it. So a heaven post plant makes this round very, very tricky. This Molotov on Ryan and the smoke on Nifty could come in clutch in this situation, but Floppy holding down the site has left this in a 1v1. Nifty without armor. We highlighted that earlier on, and now it really does play into this round. Floppy holding down the bomb site, 16 on the board for Cloud9, and this quarterfinal is set to continue. They'll split this series 1-1. And we head to a third map. You're gonna have to join us after a quick break if you want to watch it. We'll be back in just a moment.